Hi everyone, this is Stone Crypto back with some more rock solid crypto news. This time we have an exclusive interview with the CEO of DigiPulse, Norm. I focused on key areas of the business that I believe will further clarify and add transparency in order to allow us to see a more clear path towards the success of DigiPulse. This is their second attempt to launch a successful ICO, which I also do plan on participating in. As a disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor and you are responsible for your own trading and investment activities. Today's topic, I'll be covering our business development partnerships, what's changed from the previous ICO, the DigiPulse Prototype and platform updates, DGPT tokens, events and conferences, and lastly, some secret subscriber info. Also, if you're not familiar with DigiPulse and what their company is trying to do, DigiPulse is working to provide a service for cryptocurrency holders to pass on their cryptocurrencies and wealth held in crypto via a secure and safe way where you do not need to provide your private keys to a lawyer or any other individual. Everything will be automated through smart contracts. The service will link to your email, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and any other digital type device that you frequently use. After X amount of time of inactivity, it will send out an email to confirm whether or not you have expired or died. And all of this is automated via smart contracts, so there is little room for human error. So if you'd like to learn more, visit digipulse.io and read into their white paper. So business development. There was mention from the DigiPulse team that they were looking for 2 salespeople to double down as marketing last month. They recently hired a marketing individual which will be taking on a larger role in promoting DigiPulse through social media channels. This person is currently not doubling down on sales, but does alleviate a lot of the marketing work that Dimitri and Norm were previously doing. The DigiPulse team has also stated that end user adoption is what sales will focus on first, and that is why there was interest in salespeople to double down on marketing in the beginning. The platform itself generates revenue from end users like us that will be using their service, but larger partnerships will be able to drive larger market adoption at a faster pace than potentially marketing can. So after the platform launch, the focus will shift to large partnership adoption with groups such as large law firms and corporations. The business development hiring will begin after the completion of the ICO in October. The main focus currently is to complete the ICO successfully, and then business development will begin locally with the plan to expand internationally into many other markets. So partnerships. DigiPulse has an existing partnership with Coinbase in place where it allows DigiPulse to transfer up to $50,000 worth of assets on behalf of the users who use the DigiPulse service that don't have 2-factor authentication. Currently, the main focus is on completing the ICO. Partnership building will begin after the ICO. And we've also reserved for our YouTube viewers and subscribers some special partnership info that was not released in the Steemit article a few weeks ago. DigiPulse has been accepted into the largest Nordic tech incubator called Startup Wise Guys. They announced back in August that they applied into the incubator, but during our interview with Norm, we were told that they've been accepted into the final 10 batch of September 18, 2017. So it's a similar incubator to Techstars and Y Combinator, and if you've watched the HBO show Silicon Valley, it's also very similar to that. So they'll be receiving a lot of help with marketing, development, high-level advisors in the space to introduce them to people, and at the end of the 3-month incubator period, they'll be able to present during their pitch day in front of 15,000 potential investors and media. So that's pretty great exposure. So what's changed from the previous ICO? DigiPulse has added a new Solidity developer to the team. The additional developer, who also has experience in security audits, has helped tremendously with the platform development and is one of the main reasons for the beta launch being moved 1 month ahead of schedule. So originally, the old ICO white paper had mentioned that the beta would be done sometime in late December or early January. So they've moved that ahead by 1 month. Also, the previous DigiPulse token mechanization and business model was more of a centralized business model. With the addition of the new developer, the team has pivoted to a more secure and decentralized model, allowing for the private and valuable data that we'll be storing on DigiPulse to be stored more securely and anonymously via the DGPT blockchain. Previously, it was also just Dimitri and Norm responding to all of the Slack, Facebook, Twitter, Bitcoin talk, and emails. So this was very time consuming and didn't allow them to effectively market out to the channels, since the majority of the time was to service and respond to incoming messages. So they've onboarded a new team member who will be responsible for managing all the social media marketing channels going forward. The prototype closed alpha testing will begin for the platform on October 1st. Beta will be opened up on November 15th. This is now updated in the new white paper, as the original date was listed as mid-December. So having onboarded an additional developer has helped speed up this process, and the team is confident in its Q1 2018 launch date of the platform to the public. The DigiPulse team, DGPT tokens. The DigiPulse team is incentivizing large holders of 10,000 and greater DGPT holders with profit sharing. So this is meant to deter individuals who have contributed to the token sale and are holding large amounts of DGPT from dumping onto the market and diluting value for existing DGPT holders. The team, however, doesn't really consider a massive sale or a dump of tokens onto the market as a bad thing, as DigiPulse and DGP tokens are meant to be held widely and broadly by the public, and large sales of DGPT allow more individuals to buy in to DigiPulse tokens and use them at an affordable cost. So DGPT will also have its own blockchain secured by the community of nodes, otherwise known as storage providers, which will decentralize access to the private and valuable data that DigiPulse storage providers are storing. The community of nodes will be incentivized through DGPT token payouts depending on the market demand of the nodes that participate. So essentially, less nodes that participate result in higher DGPT token payouts to the actual participants, and the more nodes that participate will result in less DGPT token rewards. The DigiPulse team will be releasing instructions on how to become a storage provider during the closed alpha process. Events. So there are 3 conferences that the DigiPulse team have planned in September and October. The September conferences will be in Russia and Kazakhstan. The October conference will be in London. So this bodes well for helping DigiPulse gain more exposure now for the ICO and leading up into the ICO. Also, mark your calendars for the DigiPulse Prototype demoing during the Startup Wise Guys Incubator Pitch and Demo Day. Not only will they be presenting in front of 15,000 people, which those individuals could be additional investors, partners, and also media to provide additional coverage and exposure for DigiPulse as well. So, summary. The team has revamped their token mechanization to further decentralize their service while also providing more security and stability. With the addition of a marketer and a developer, the team is more well-rounded and staffed properly to conduct a successful ICO. Pre-sale during the relaunch was sold out in minutes, which is a positive sign for the ICO. Beta has been pushed forward 1 month, which is also another good sign. 3 conferences in 2 months leading up to and during the ICO should help with marketing the ICO. And also DigiPulse has been selected as one of the final 10 companies that will be participating in the Startup Wise Guys 3-month incubator program. The DigiPulse team will also be offering a closed sale before the ICO to its previous ICO contributors who were unable to get into the pre-sale since it's sold out in in minutes. So this information will also be announced shortly. So here are the DigiPulse story sources. You can review them if you'd like. And please like, subscribe, and follow us for any updates. And we'll see you guys during our next interview.